Hi, Tom. I am trying to improve my English these days. My goal is to speak more confidently with people from different countries. Learning English is not easy, but I enjoy every small step.
That's great, Anna. I feel the same. I also want to speak English better. Sometimes I feel shy, but I keep practicing because English helps me in school, travel, and meeting new friends.
So tell me, Tom, what is your daily routine for learning English? Do you have a habit or a plan you follow every day?
Yes, I try to learn English every morning, before I start my day. I listen to English podcasts for beginners. It helps me wake up and think in English right away.
Wow, listening in the morning sounds smart. I usually practice at night. I watch short English videos after dinner. It helps me relax and also learn new words.
Videos are great because you can hear real pronunciation and see expressions. Do you watch movies in English too?
Sometimes. But movies are too fast for me. I cannot understand everything. That's why I prefer short lessons first. What about you?
I watch English movies with subtitles. I don't understand every word, but I learn useful phrases. When I watch the same movie again later, I understand more.
That's a good idea. Repeat the same movie. Maybe I should try that. Do you read English books too?
Yes, but simple ones. Children's books are great for beginners. The sentences are short and easy. Sometimes I read English news for kids. I learn new words without feeling stressed.
I love that tip. English for kids is easier for adults who are learning. I also read English stories with pictures. It helps me guess the meaning without using a dictionary.
Exactly. And pictures make reading fun. Do you practice speaking every day?
Not every day. That's my weakness. I sometimes practice speaking alone in front of the mirror. I pretend I'm talking to someone in English.
Hey. I do that too. I talk to myself about my day. Like, I wake up, I brush my teeth, I go to school. It sounds funny, but it helps.
It really helps. And nobody laughs at you, right?
Right. Only me. But speaking alone builds confidence. One day, we can speak to real people more easily.
Do you use any English apps? I think apps make learning more interesting.
Yes, I use Duolingo and a dictionary app. I try to learn at least 10 new words every day. I write them in a notebook and review them later.
I also write new words in a notebook. But sometimes I forget to review them. The notebook becomes just a notebook.
I understand that problem. I try to use the new words in sentences. When I use a word, I remember it longer.
That is a useful habit. I think I will try using every new word in a daily sentence. Maybe I can write a mini diary in English.
A mini diary is a great idea. You can write a few sentences every day. You can write about your feelings, about the weather, about something funny that happened. The sentences do not need to be perfect. The important thing is using English every day.
I agree. Sometimes I worry too much about grammar. I think, is this sentence correct? And then I become afraid to write or speak. But I understand that mistakes are also a part of learning.
Yes. Mistakes mean we are learning something new. If we never make mistakes, it means we already know everything. So, mistakes are good friends.
Haha, I like that idea. Mistakes are good friends. It makes me feel relaxed. Do you have a goal in English? For example, do you want to travel or study abroad?
My dream is to visit Canada one day. I want to see Niagara Falls. I want to order food in English and talk with local people. I want to understand everything they say. That's why I practice hard.
That is a nice dream. Canada is beautiful. I want to go to England. I want to see Big Ben and London Bridge. And I want to sit in a small cafe and listen to British people speak. Their accent sounds elegant.
Yes, very elegant. But sometimes hard to understand. I watch British YouTubers to get used to it. It helps my listening skills slowly improve.
I think listening is the hardest part of English. Sometimes people talk too fast. I can read well, but when someone speaks quickly, I get confused.
Same here. But I found something helpful: shadowing practice.
Shadowing? What is that?
It means you listen to someone speak English and you try to repeat exactly what they say, at the same time. Same speed. Same tone. Same rhythm. It feels difficult, but after a few minutes, your mouth and brain become faster.
Wow, that sounds like a workout for the tongue and brain. I should try shadowing too. Maybe with simple dialogues first.
Yes, start with easy content like children's stories or English cartoons. When you are comfortable, move to harder videos. I usually shadow for 10 minutes every evening.
That's a good habit. I think I need to create a schedule. Sometimes I study a lot in one day, but then I stop for a whole week. That is not good.
Consistency is the key. Even 10 minutes every day is much better than 2 hours only one day. Our brain learns better a little at a time.
Do you speak English with friends? Or just by yourself?
I speak sometimes with online friends. There are English learning groups on apps. People join and talk about simple topics like food, hobbies, or pets. It helps me feel less shy.
Talking to real people is scary for me. I'm afraid they will not understand me.
It's normal to feel that. But remember, they are learning too. Everyone makes mistakes. And many native speakers are patient and friendly. They love when learners try.
I hope so. Maybe one day I will join an English speaking group too. But for now, I will try speaking more with you.
Deal. We can practice together anytime. And one more thing, do you listen to English songs?
Yes, I love English music. I like to search for lyrics and sing along. It helps me learn slang and real expressions.
Exactly. Music is a great teacher. Sometimes when I don't understand a word, the song helps me remember it forever. You know, Anna, learning English is a long journey. Sometimes I feel strong and confident. But other times, I feel tired and stuck. I think the biggest problem for me is speaking. I understand many words when I read or listen. But when I try to speak, my brain becomes slow. The words disappear. My mouth cannot move. I become nervous. Another problem is pronunciation. Some English sounds do not exist in my language. When I speak, I worry that people cannot understand me. They may ask, "Sorry, what did you say?" And then I feel shy. My confidence goes down. Sometimes, I even think, maybe English is too hard for me. Also, I forget vocabulary very fast. One day I learn a new word. I write it down. I feel happy. But 2 days later, the word is gone from my memory. It makes me frustrated. I ask myself, why can't I remember? Listening is also difficult. Native speakers talk fast. They connect words together. I try to listen, but everything sounds like one long sound. I ask someone to repeat, and I feel embarrassed. But even with these difficulties, I don't give up. I tell myself, every learner has problems. I am not the only one. I try to change my attitude. When I make a mistake, I laugh and continue. When I forget a word, I search again. When I feel shy to speak, I speak anyway. I believe that a little progress every day becomes big progress later. So I keep going. I keep practicing. I keep dreaming. And I know that one day, I will speak English confidently. I will travel, make new friends, and enjoy conversations without fear. I think that is the most important thing, to keep going. Not perfect, but improving. Not fast, but steady. Learning English is not easy. But I am stronger than the difficulty.
I understand your feelings so much, Tom. I have the same problems. Speaking scares me too. I am afraid of making mistakes. I think, what if people laugh at my English? What if they think I am not smart? These worries stop me from talking. But I know fear cannot teach me English. Only practice can help. My pronunciation is also not perfect. Some words are really hard. When I hear myself speak, I think my accent sounds strange. But later, I realize something. Having an accent means I speak more than one language. That is something to be proud of. My accent shows my identity. It shows where I come from. And that is beautiful. Another challenge is time. During the week, I have many things to do. School, homework, housework. Sometimes I have no time for English. But I try to learn at least a little every day. Even 5 minutes is better than 0. English needs consistency, not speed. I also struggle with confidence. When I listen to native speakers, I feel like a beginner again. They talk so fast. But then I remember, they have spoken English for over 20 years. I have spoken English for maybe 2 or 3 years. Of course they are faster. Now I try a new mindset. Mistakes are okay. Progress takes time. Practice makes better. Confidence grows slowly. Effort matters more than talent. I want to enjoy the process. English is not a test. It is a tool to connect with people in the world. I want to use English to make friends, learn new ideas, and explore new cultures. And talking with you today helps me a lot. It makes me brave. It makes me happy. We are not alone on this road. We are learning together. That makes everything easier. So yes, English is difficult. But we are strong. We can do this.